Hey, family.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us again. Today, we will be talking about, does size really matter?
Oh, boy.
So, we were walking one day and, this is a lot of table talk. You hear people say, does size really matter? And a lot of times, most people are just talking about the size of his...
sex organ.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about that after we make two other points. So... the first thing that I think about when they say, does size really matter? Does the size of his heart really matter when it comes to relationship? And I say absolutely, because the Bible speaks about the heart, and a lot of times how a man talks to you and how a man treats you is based off of his heart and where his heart is. Yeah. What does the Bible tell us about your heart?
Luke 6:45, it speaks that a good person gives from a good heart, and good words come from a good heart.
Right.
Also in Matthew 6:21, it says, where your treasure is,
that's right,
that is where your heart is. Another translation is, you will want to be where your treasure is.
That's good.
And then lastly, I like Proverbs 4:23. It reads this. This is really good. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life.
That's so good. I think if we were heart inspectors when we were dating and meeting people, that there would be a lot more healthier marriages. Right?
I remember when I went to NFL testing, and they put that machine in my heart,
right,
and it was the EKG, right, and it's a heart test. People treat you how they feel in their heart towards you.
That's right.
And what happens? A gift is a representation of my heart towards you.
Right.
So what I give you is a reflection of how I feel about you.
I'm your treasure, babe.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Praise the Lord.
All right, and then number 2, the size of his wallet. Now, a lot of people, the first thing you thought about was gold digger, right? So, I wanted to talk about finances because the size of his wallet, does it matter? I want to know what your credit score is. Like, if we're established, like if this is not a young relationship, like Jomo and I, we got married. I was 20. He was 22?
Something like
23?
that.
Something like that.
I was 20. I'm a year older than you.
2 years.
Year and a half, whatever.
Something like that. He was 22 when we got married, and I was 20. So, of course, we didn't have any money. So that wasn't even an issue. But if you're meeting someone later on in life, then you would expect them not to be broke. And if they are broke, then you need to know why and what the situation was. Because the thing is you don't want to marry somebody that's not a good steward of their money. Because the Bible speaks about that as well, too. So, I don't think, I think when you're getting to know each other and you're talking about what your goals and aspirations are, some women want to be stay-at-home wives and help raise children, and the importance of their purpose in the marriage is a homemaker and not only a wife but a mother, and that's something very important, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't consider women that decide family over career is a bad thing. Some women may say, look, I'm used to living a certain way. Maybe you came from, money, your parents were wealthy or whatever, and you don't want to go backwards financially. But think about it like this. If you pick somebody because of their wallet versus their heart, or you pick somebody because of their wallet over something else that like trust, then you have to suffer whatever consequences those are, because you might be trading one for the other. Because how the man makes the money, I'm talking about, if he's really successful, he may have to spend more time in his business than with you. If he's really successful, he may be traveling more and not at home as much. So there's going to be sacrifices when you talk about, I want to be with this wealthy man. Well, with wealth comes discipline. It comes with other things, because he didn't get wealthy from being lazy and not doing anything.
And he might be wealthy and cheap.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he may have money. No, because I shouldn't say most, but some wealthy people are very good stewards.
Right. They're wealthy because they don't spend their money.
Exactly.
They save it.
So you have to think about it.
Right.
You want to think, Charmaine said credit. I have credit, cash, collateral, clothes, collectibles. What you got? No, what you have Because truth be told, and this is Bible,
Right.
when a man was going to marry a woman, certain things had to be in place. Number one, he had to have a job or a business. This is Bible. He had to have a job or a business. Number two, he had to have a home. Number two, he had to have a home. If you want to study the story, this is a story of the virgins. And the virgins would be walking towards his house. So what happened was, when he would go to the family and say, I would like to marry your daughter, okay? And they would have to verify that he had employment or a business. But usually when he says, I want to marry you, he's working as a tradesman, working on getting his own business. And then when he's getting close, they say he's starting to build a house. So the messages come back to her saying, listen, he's building a house, he's building a house, he's building a house, he's building a house. And then when the house is done is when the virgins came out with the candles and walked to his house to give her away. So before there was ever marriage, he had to have a business and he had a house that was built and paid for.
That's so awesome. He was established. Like,
correct, because remember, I am saying I'm your covering.
Right.
I can't take you from your father's house and say you're going to be on the street with me.
Right.
I have to take you from your father's house of security and things being covered and put you in a place where I'm your new covering. Now that's the Bible, okay? I understand we're in a new world, we do different things, but that was the biblical context to say I am your cover. You no longer have to worry about these things because I am covering you.
Right, right. That's pretty awesome. Last but not least is the size of his...
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
does it matter?
Doesn't matter. For some, it's incredible. And for some, it's painful. It's all
if it's too large.
Correct. If it's too large, it may not be a blessing. And some don't want that.
Right.
And you may think that because if you watch too much pornography or have been exposed to it. Okay, so let's be clear. I have been exposed. Okay, so let's be clear. I've been exposed. So with that, and I'm not saying negative or positive, I'm just saying I was the youngest brother in a house of boys, and my brothers watched, and I watched when I was 6. So from 6 years old, I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
So my point to you, so if you've been exposed to certain things, you will hear and see and think that that's what every woman wants. But that's not the case.
Woman wants
some do.
A huge penis.
They
Not
should.
everybody wants that.
Correct.
Some people don't even care about whether his
because some don't like sex like that
or not. Exactly.
Because some are into sex like that.
Right.
And so it may...
So it would be more of like a pleasuring thing for her husband, and it's not like a deal breaker.
Correct.
For him.
And some women I know, you better bring it.
Right.
And
some women are like, does it matter? Yeah. Yeah, it matters.
And for some...
Is it a big issue? Yeah. That ain't no small issue.
Wow. That is not nice.
I'm not saying that, but some women,
different things are more important.
Different strokes for different folks.
Wow. Some people prefer a bigger heart and a bigger wallet than a bigger
penis.
So again, these are just things that people go through with it. Size matters. And I really believe that some men out there get very discouraged because they think that's the main thing, which is not.
Hopefully we've given you a different perspective on does size matter. If we did, please give us a comment in the comment section. Give us some topic ideas. Thank you so much. Remember,
love,
laugh, and learn.
It's a balance because some don't want size.
Right.
So I think it's...
Some don't care.
And some don't even care. And some make it a bigger deal than it should be.
Right.
Because
a bigger deal than what it should be. Oh, it's a big deal. All right. No, I'm joking.